when it comes to EMF broadcasting, the people doing this to you will use a specific range. For example, they may use 200, they may use 400, but no matter what kind of cell phone you use, you will notice a similar EMF readings. You could literally be in a different city with a different phone, and the same thing will happen. So, in my first video, I was in Greensboro, North Carolina, and I had my Samsung Note 4, and I called a EMF reading of between a range of 220 and maybe 250 at most. How did I know? Well, as I mentioned before, I know when the live stream is turned on. I have the tinnitus. I mean, it's really not that hard to comprehend. The tinnitus and the feeling that, I'm being just hit with some kind of invisible weaponry. But it's really a broadcast. But I can feel it. Pins and needles, my heart will begin to feel funny. You get it. My legs may get numb. My skin may become very, very tingly. It's like, it's like a tingle. And I'm just trying to explain it fully. I may even develop a migraine headache. But I know when a live stream is turned on. I can feel it. So, in the first video, I was in a completely different city. And I had my Samsung Note 4. A completely different phone. But I called the same EMF range. Okay? Now, I called this particular range 3 times that day. At the credit union. I called it at the mall. Then I called it yet again after I got back home. So, after that, I was like, yeah, these people are definitely live streaming my life. So, yet again, Saturday, July 27th, same thing. The tinnitus, my ears begin to ring. My eyes feel real tight and dry. And I develop a instant migraine headache. And guess what? 220 and 250. No coincidence at all. And on top of it, I had a different phone. I had a LG Rebel 4. A new phone. Same EMF. Okay? But anyway, when it comes to EMF activity, no EMF activity is random. For example, my phone could get stuck at 200 microtelsa. It could get stuck at 500, 800. But why does it always get stuck between maybe 220 and 250? And then it'll drop down to 190. And then, it's like these people are clearly, I'm golly. You know what? I have explained this time and time again. And, what's the point? But anyway, different phone, different city. Same EMF range. You do the math. Is it a coincidence? Do all phones get stuck at 220? Or is it a broadcast where you have real people using real settings and they are able to broadcast to me with a specific range, strength, or whatever. However they want to do it. However they want to connect to me. And you wonder why you get the street theater. The ones getting the street theater, they likely have an EMF of 800 but don't even realize it. Yeah, the live streams are very strong. And this is what they do. Y'all talk about community policing. I mean, come on. Everyone's a criminal. Everyone's a criminal nowadays. So, without further ado, here we go. Live streaming my life. I'm an actor. Mr. Truman. Here we go. Okay, so my tinnitus was pretty bad, right? I turn on my EMF detector, and what do we have? 240. Now, my EMF detector is not nearby any devices whatsoever. No cell towers, no smart meters nearby me. But a live stream is turned on right now. A freaking live stream is turned on. So, without further ado, I'm going to turn my camera around real quick and document, because I was having the tinnitus, and guess what? The same exact range. The same range. 200. There is no devices nearby me. I'm in my room right now. 200. 100. I gotta keep my charger in. Forget it. Hold up. 200. 100. 190. I'm gonna keep my charger in. Yeah. But as you can see, a broadcast is turned on, and they just turned it off. And that is nothing on my hand, no rings or whatever. My phone is even kind of freezing up. And as I mentioned, now the phone from the previous video is not activated, so don't give me the whole they send a frequency to your phone. I'm telling you, the phone is not activated. I made sure I used a unactivated cell phone, and guess what? The exact same thing. I used a LG Rebel 4. I paid maybe $45 for it. Very good phone. Very accurate EMF detector. The EMF detector on my, well, it was like 500 when I first got it. But the EMF detector on my Samsung Note 4, which I don't really use now, my LG Fortune and my LG Rebel, they are all the same. Even when I had one on my iPhone years ago, no difference, okay? You could buy a real EMF detector. It will be no different. Same thing. You will get the same EMF readings, okay? And I likely will buy a real EMF detector when the time is right. But I want to get a police scanner first. My money's been kind of tight lately. I gotta buy a new car as well. So, different phone, different city, different environment, and same broadcast. You do the math, okay? You tell me what's going on, because I have made my mind up. I'm out. Peace. And have a good day. And as I mentioned, remember, I used a different phone from my first video, and I was in a completely different city, over 50 miles away, but the same broadcast. No handheld EMF weapons, no directed energy weapons. Okay? I'm out.